You like free? I like free. Hi everybody, welcome back to Cats and Pats, and if you're new here and you like cats, you should totally subscribe. So I don't know about you, but I'm a really big fan of Amazon Prime, and consequently, I have a lot of cardboard boxes in my house. So I thought, why not take those and put them to good use and make some cat toys with them? So we're gonna make two toys today, one using a large box and one using a small box. So for the large box toy, first you're gonna need one large box, possibly with a cat assistant inside. And you're gonna need one large old t-shirt. This can be from anywhere. Mine's an old JMU shirt I got back in school. I think it actually came out of a Coke machine for free. And then you're gonna need some duct tape, and you're gonna need stuff to cut with, like scissors or a knife, or maybe even both. And for the small box project, all you're gonna need is one small box and the same duct tape and knife and scissors that you have. All right, so let's get started. All right, since Moo commandeered this shirt, we're gonna work on the small box project first. And the first thing we're gonna do, make sure it's emptied out. I'm just gonna close it up like a normal box and use duct tape and seal it up. And you might have to do the edges here depending on how old and jacked up your box is. Alright, step 2, get a knife or scissors or whatever. You're gonna cut a whole bunch of holes in here, kind of like the size of like a $50 or around that size. They can be bigger and smaller too, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as they're big enough that your cat can like get their paws in there, but not try to get like their whole head in there. And be careful, don't cut yourself. There we go, one down. See, it's not that big. Alright, important note, don't be like me and forget to actually cut out the inner box flaps, because they're just going to get in the way of any toys that you have inside. So I'm going to cut this bad boy open and get rid of those flaps and get back into it. Yeah, these guys. Alright, cut out, back to it. Boom, now you got a nice sawed up holy box. Now we're not gonna win any awards for the prettiest cat toy of the year, but we're going for fun, not pretty right now. And if you're that worried about it, just throw it away when the neighbors come over. Oh yeah, one more thing, this isn't like a standalone toy. You'll need like another cat and mouse or a jingle ball or something they can play with it. Alright, now for the big box project. The first thing you wanna do is saw off all these little tab pieces. Pointy, please stop hitting the tripod, honey. I can't handle you kitties sometimes. And this big box can be kind of any size as long as your cat can fit in it and you have a big enough t-shirt. Alright, so next step, we're going to take our t-shirt, go around the box, and what you want is the neck hole to be right here in the center of this hole. Also, I don't know what this one's doing. Alright, once you got the hole nice and centered, or centered-ish enough, we'll go around to the back and tie the shirt up so it's nice and tight. And finally, you can get the sleeves and kind of tuck them into themselves so your box is like nice and flat. And boom, you got yourself a nice little cat box tent thing. This is a great way to get rid of some of your old shirts if you don't want them anymore, and the kitties will love it. Alright, so let's see how the kitties like these toys. Two easy, cheap DIY cat toys. I mean, they're made from cardboard boxes. If you get tired of them, just throw them away. So if you have any other cool DIY cat tutorials, let me know about them in the comments below. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Luna, that's not how you're supposed to use that.